Now I'm going to add a little bit of more blue color down in the bottom, and also lifting it up to erase that, so only leaves the line over there. And then I'll add a little more yellow. And try to spread it out by using more yellow, orange color, add a little more orange color around it, and use a little bit of magenta around this area. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use paper towel to tap a little bit to create that little cloud looking. Now what I need, ultramarine color a little bit, cobalt blue actually, and then add a little more blue color on the top. Then I'll do tapping a little more to the top so that I can create that little cloud looking over there. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use yellow color to create some of the fall leaves in the back. It's called scumbling. So we've learned this before in the basic skill part. You can go back to watch that again if you're not familiar with the skill. Okay, yellow color. I'm using pointy area, but also using the body of the brush. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that yellow color down a little more. And I'm going to add a little bit of burnt sienna. A little concentrated color on the brush helps to add more colors to the area. Going back to use a little more yellow. Going to add a little bit of ultramarine to Van Dyke brown color and a little bit of green, and use a little bit of that burnt sienna mix to create nice brown color. Then I'm going to use a little bit more Van Dyke brown color, more red brown. Again, concentrated color on the brush. Clean the brush. Mix a little bit of orange. Go back to use red brown color mixed with ultramarine blue. mix more water with the burnt sienna color. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use burnt sienna mixed with very cold green. Burnt sienna again. Then I'm going to mix a little bit of red. And water that a little bit. Mix water to that. Wet it. And then add little details in the back. A little more cold green to the red brown color. Since it's complementary scent, we'll create a little more like dark black kind of color. And then we'll fill that part a little bit more down here. And I'll mix that in with a little bit of red color. Lift it up a little bit to lighten up, and then add a little more water to it. And then I'll add a little bit of red and orange color. And then back to yellow. Back to yellow color. Bring that yellow a little bit more in the back. Still dried up, still all wet, but you can add more color. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of that water and try to mix a little bit olive green into that yellow. And put down the color a little bit on the side, maybe here and there. And then I'm going to add that dark brown color you mixed before. More red, brown, and cold green mix. Sorry about that. And add a little bit of cobalt blue to the colors that you just used. I'm not making same brush marks over and over again. I'm trying to change the colors or size of the brush marks so that it doesn't become so same. Then just mix more water. And that red color as well. A little more yellow. That is mixed with that green color you used on the top. And then I'll do little droplets. Okay, but you see how it's all different size. Little dot, and then I'll mix a little bit of orange color to that. Water it. And I'll use a little more yellow. Then I'll mix that dark colors you mixed before to use that part. See how it became green now? Because I mixed the yellow, and then I'll mix the red. Now I'm mixing a little more orange color. Mixing more orange color, straight orange. Then I'll do water it. And use that dark color mixed with red, brown, a little bit of cobalt blue. And a little bit of orange color you have. Okay, now it's a little bit dried up there, so now you can make some brush strokes. Now I'm gonna use some straight orange. Then now back to using that yellow, more heavy on the paint than the water. Try to make some brush marks of that leaves on the trees. Oops, just clean that up. So mix that brown. Back to using the yellow. Using the yellow used before. Mix a little bit of orange to that color. A bit of orange. Then a little bit of red. Back to use brown color. This is, I believe, that brown burnt umber mixed with burnt sienna a little bit. And try to use on the side, more heavy on the paints now. As you see, it's darker. Lighten with the water a little bit. As you go further back, it will be lightened up so that you can give some distance. Now I'm going to mix more of Van Dyke brown color. Gosh. Lighten up with water a little bit as you go in the back. Then you're going to mix a little more of that red violet color to the burnt umber. Then mix cobalt blue. Blue with red brown color, make it really dark, almost black, and do the scumbling still. Then I'll mix a little more green to that color so that the color has a little bit of colder side on here. Then I'll mix burnt sienna to that color. Lighten up the brush. Mix a little bit of orange color. Lighten up the brush. And then I'm going to mix a little bit of red and orange color together to have some colors back up here. Some small brush marks, and then I'll use the first yellow I used. Back to using that color, but make small brush marks, little details on the top and over here. And here a little bit, and then back to use that red color you used. Use that darker color you had to darken some parts. Lighten up the color. Mix a little bit of magenta color. A little bit of magenta color. Over here too. Lift it up. And back to using that magenta color mixed with the dark brownish color that you mixed before. And try to bring that details down here as well. And then use dark green color to darken some parts over here. Mix it with that magenta color, make purple color out of it. Use that magenta, mix with red and the purple, mix with dark green color. Try to mix that color over here so that we can actually show a little bit of that dark color weighted down over here so that you can show that this is front. Give more depth to the space. Mix a little bit of that red orange color. Try to bring that color over here as well. Mix with that magenta purple color you used here. Use olive green again. To blend that colors in. Then mix with that red orange color again. Lighten those colors. Cover this part a little bit. Mix some yellow color that you originally used from the first time. Try to drop some of the brush marks or droplets. Mix with orange. Leave some marks on the orange and then mix the red color again. Mix a lot of water into that first yellow you used. And then try to make those marks further in the back. Then mix with a little bit of orange color. And use the green, dark green color over here. Mix with that purple lush black color. Back to use light orange color. Then again, I'll water this part a little bit. And then bring that pinkish skyline color. And then I'll use a little bit of that dark green mixed with crimson red. Make really, really black color. Use a little bit of that orange. A little bit of that olive green. Then use the sky blue to color it on the top a little more. There, so this is done. Hope you guys can follow step by step. Just pause and play it a lot. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys making great work. Thank you.